Yo, 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 what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Max and Juan cast. We back at it Monday night. It's good to be back, man. Been a couple days, haven't posted since game two, and a lot of stuff has happened since then. So, welcome to the channel. If you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. It helps out a lot, man. We've been getting some good views on the videos lately, so we appreciate all that. If this is your first time watching the show, uh, I'm Juan, of course, and my partner in crime, Max. He's on his honeymoon, so I've been doing the show solo dolo. Can't wait till he comes back. But for now, the show must go on. And we appreciate you guys rocking with us today, man. So we're going to be getting into the Nuggets, of course, winning the NBA championship in a very long time for the Denver Nuggets in the city of Denver. So it's great for them. Miami Heat. How do we look at them? And I want to talk a little bit NFL, man. A little DeAndre Hopkins. Have some fun and see where he's going to go and kind of give my thoughts and opinions on that. So let's go ahead and get it started, all right? Denver Nuggets, NBA champions of the 2022-2023 season. First of all, congratulations to the Denver Nuggets and the city of Denver. I hate y'all because I hate those freaking Broncos, but you guys won the NBA championship, man. Stan Kroenke out here fucking killing it. He owns the Rams. He owns the Avalanche, the hockey team in Colorado. I think he owns one of the colleges in Colorado. I'm forgetting which one. I'm blanking out, but another hockey team. But they won the championship, and he owns the Denver freaking Nuggets, and they won the championship. So stacking up them rings, my man Stan Kroenke. Great for him, I guess. But Jokic, Murray get it done. Nikola Jokic, aka the Joker. I think there's no other place to start but there, and I'm happy for him, man. He was arguably the best player in the league this year. He didn't win MVP. He didn't have the best regular season. That was Joel Embiid. I would have voted for him for MVP. But regardless, the Nuggets were the number one seed. They had one of the best players in the NBA, if not the best. They deserved to win it. This wasn't no fluke. I think it's just hard to gravitate to a guy like Jokic and even a team like Denver because they're not known for basketball. Like, they haven't won in 47 years. Like, they have never won an NBA title in their franchise history. So basketball doesn't really run all that deep. It's a football town. And if not football, hockey. So it's hard to gravitate towards there, but don't get it twisted. I think this puts Jokic as one of the all-time greats, and his career's not over. And I do believe that he's gonna get multiple championships because this team is here for the long haul. This is not a one and done team. I do think they're gonna be competing for more. Jamal Murray is signed for a lengthy period of time. They got Jokic secured. They have Michael Porter Jr. secured. They have Aaron Gordon secured. I want to say the only guy that's really threatening to leave is Bruce Brown. I think he has a player option. So they're ready to go, man. And I don't see any signs in the West that give me so much confidence on why the Nuggets can't repeat again. Like, are the Lakers going to pay Rui Hachimura 20 mil and Austin Reeves 25? Like, it's going to be insane. So we don't know what the Lakers are going to do. Grizzlies, like John Morant, who knows with him? KD and Book, are they going to get a third guy? Until then, the rest of the team sucks. And the Warriors are getting old. Like, they might blow it up this year and just keep Curry. So I see the Nuggets still competing after this, man. And Jokic as an all-time great, I think this throws him into there with I would say off the top of my head, like that third tier with guys like Dirk, Giannis. What's another guy? You know, do I want to throw Hakeem? I guess if you want to like count rings, like Hakeem, yeah, 2 rings, but he was just so dominant. But like I said, I think the Joker's gonna win more, and I don't think he's done. And people need to recognize greatness, bro. I think it's the same thing with Giannis a couple years ago, where he finally got that monkey off his back, and he got to accomplish the best achievement in the NBA, and that's winning a championship. So, same thing for Jokic. Didn't really have the playoff woes like Giannis, but definitely well deserved, man. Uh, Another thing on Jokic, I want to say this. Maybe I'll get flack for this. Maybe I'll get a lot of flack for this for talking up Jokic, but I think it's undeniable at this point. Like if you're not liking his game, that's one thing, but to disregard on what the man is doing is ridiculous. Uh, he's putting up records that have never been done ever in history for the finals. It's ridiculous with all these triple doubles. And I know, like, I'm not always a big numbers guy, but he passed the eye test too. He makes players better. And that brings me to comparing him to maybe only like 3 guys that I can remember. I remember saying this in another podcast, but I want to say it again. Magic, Larry Bird, and LeBron. Like, I got to throw Jokic in there too, as far as making teammates better. That's what he does. He's an all-time great when it comes down to making teammates better. And I think it's undeniable. You look at a guy like Bruce Brown and even a guy like Aaron Gordon, who was fucking dying in Orlando. And he winds up playing with Jokic. He scores 27 points, career high, in an NBA Finals game because of all the attention on Jokic. So I just think when it comes down to that aspect of the game, I've never seen anyone like it besides those 4 guys. And excuse me if I forget someone else, but that's really all I can really think of when it comes down to that aspect. And I would say if he doesn't wind up winning another championship, yeah, he'll probably be knocked down in a couple of tiers, but I think when it's all said and done, he's going to be a top 15 player all time, at least. Like, I would put him above James Harden already, you know, like automatically. But we'll see. He has a lot of career left, and he's fucking amazing, bro. He rarely makes the wrong play, and it's shocking when he even turns over the ball or misses one of those jump hook shots. He's just got it all together, bro. And it reminds me of, well, it doesn't remind me, but it has me wishing that a guy like Luka Doncic, who has so much potential and talent, that if he can just get himself in shape for 1 year and really work on his body, on what he can become. Because ever since the bubble, Jokic has been in shape. Everyone was talking about it when the bubble first started. Like, look at Jokic, he's skinny Jokic. And he kept it like that. And that was his one of 2 flaws. And it's defense and athleticism. So him being the chunky guy and super unathletic when he was big, it was a disadvantage. There was more room for growth. So I see that in a guy like Luka Doncic, but that's a little off topic, but just international, see the parallels there. So Jokic all time. Another one, best duo. There was a lot of talks about Murray and Jokic being one of the best duos in NBA history. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I can't do it. I think it's more of Jokic. I think Jokic makes Jamal Murray fantastic, and it's hard. It's hard because recency bias of Jamal Murray right now is going insane. You know, he had a great playoff run, great NBA finals, and you know he's fantastic. But I can't put him onto a duo like Kobe and Shaq. Like, I'm sorry, I can't. Maybe, you know, a Tony Parker and Duncan, you know, like they had some cool moments together. Um, I can't really think of anyone else right now, but it's more Jokic. The best 1-2 punch ever is Kobe and Shaq, and no one can tell me different. I'm sorry. You can throw all the statistics you want with Murray averaging a triple double damn near and Jokic at the same time. I'm sorry. I think the eye test of Kobe and Shaq and them doing it for longer periods is just a lot more right now. I can't do it. If Jokic and Murray continue this and win, you know, at the least back to back, then come talk. But as of right now, no, they're not better than Kobe and Shaq. So I would kill that conversation. What it means for the city of Denver, man. Denver is a hell of a fucking city, man. I went to go visit last year in October for a Raider game, and they love their sports, man. They love their city, and as much as I hate the Broncos, it's cool that their city got to experience an NBA championship. Because living over here in LA, we experience too many of those. So, um, I'm happy for them as a city to get a championship, man. And they have one of the best players in the league, an all-time great, and soak it up, man. Absolutely soak it up. Was what this means for the Nuggets as being a all-time team? I don't know about that. I don't think they stack up against, you know, those Warrior teams or the 80s Lakers or, you know, those great Celtic teams. Uh Even the San Antonio Spurs, like I don't see them like that. Those are dynasties, so obviously they have to win more championships, but I don't think they are a fluke or something. I don't think they're like, "Oh my god, this is one of the worst you know, NBA champions that we have." I don't feel that way. Um I do think this team has some talent and they have all the makings of, you know, a championship team. Like it wasn't fluky. They had one of the best players in the world. Like that's part of the reason why they won. This is not a Miami Heat situation where 8 seed shitty in offense and then all of a sudden they got hot and you know they caught teams at the right time and had some injury luck, you know, with Giannis getting hurt, but the Nuggets didn't have that. The Nuggets, yeah, they had an easy opponent with the Timberwolves, but they had to still face off against KD and Devin Booker. You know, I know the Suns weren't all that good besides them, but come on, you're still playing against KD. And they had to play a Laker team who was playing really fucking good, man. And they swept them. And I thought that was impressive in itself. So all this talk about the Nuggets are not all that good as far as a championship team, bullshit. Don't let anyone tell you that, man. I don't think so. I think that's totally wrong. All right. So congratulations to the Denver Nuggets. I look forward to watching them next season, man. And shout out to Jokic and Jamal Murray. Let's go ahead and go to the Miami Heat. Okay. So what now? What now for the Miami Heat? Jimmy Butler. I don't know what they're gonna do, man. I don't think this team is good enough to just run it back. Um, they have a lot of holes, and a guy like Kyle Lowry is probably not gonna be there next season. They got a couple bad contracts with Duncan Robinson. Uh, I don't really like their situation, man. Max Strus and Gabe Vincent are both unrestricted free agents. Gabe Vincent, they're not going to be able to sign him. Gabe Vincent's going to get some money out there for at least 10 to maybe 13 mil. At least 10 mil. He's a $10 million point guard. I think so. So I don't think the Heat are going to retain him. So I don't know if this means that they go for a guy like Damian Lillard, take that shot at it, but they don't really have anyone to give up. I don't think the Blazers would want anything that they have. Like, are we really going to trade Tyler Hero and some draft picks for Damian Lillard? It's not going to happen. Portland's going to say no. It's really hard with that whole Portland situation on them trading Damian Lillard. It's going to be interesting to see with Scoop Henderson at number 2 or 3. I forgot what draft pick that they have. I think it's number 2. With that whole situation and what they're going to do if Scoop Henderson is there and they still have Damian Lillard. Like, there's not a lot of options for Dame, man. Like, of course, a lot of teams will want Dame, but a lot of teams don't have the right package to trade for him. Like, it's either like, oh, we don't want to give up that much, or no, we're giving up too much for a guy like Dame, who's old, So I don't know if the Heat want to go that route, and I don't know if the Heat can go that route. So this was it. This was it right here, man. And I thought a big indicator that the series was over was Game 4 on Friday night. Jokic had 5 fouls, and he was out for the last, I would say, from the 8-minute period all the way down to about 3 minutes to go in the game. And the Heat were on a run, and they couldn't do it. They could not get the lead. Jamal Murray was still hitting. Jeff Green was making plays. Aaron Gordon was making plays. The Nuggets were just too good. And that's without Jokic. I think that was just a big indicator, like, yeah, this is not going to happen. The Heat are not good enough. I said it on the last podcast. It was right after the Heat won Game 2. I praised the Heat with the zone defense, and I thought they played hard as fuck like they always do. But I didn't see it, being sustainable. But I didn't really see it being a long-term thing for the series. And it showed. The only as far as Jimmy Butler goes, oh, that's tough, man. I think this was his last chance. He's probably gonna be a Heat for life. These are great runs that he's had. The bubble run and this run. I think if you're a Heat fan, you're always gonna remember these runs and how crazy Jimmy Butler went. I do think he was a little hurt. Whether he wants to admit it or not. And he will never admit it. And he will never use that as an excuse. But I thought Jimmy Butler ankle was a little off, ever since the Knicks series, I would say. Because that Jimmy Butler that we seen in the first round, a little bit different to what we seen after that. So sucks for a guy like Jimmy, but he'll be fine. He'll be fine. To me, he's going to be a Hall of Fame player, and he's going to go down as one of the most underrated players that we have seen in this league. And it's a shame that he couldn't get it done, but it was some tall task, man. I mean, Talking about an 8 seed that was 3 minutes away from getting knocked out of the playoffs by the Chicago Bulls. All right, last thing on our list, we're going to talk some NFL, okay, before we get out of here. DeAndre Hopkins. I've been seeing a lot of DeAndre Hopkins news lately. As you guys know, he got released by the Arizona Cardinals. They were not able to trade him. So he is a free agent now. Two teams that come to mind automatically: the Buffalo Bills, Kansas City Chiefs. Obviously, those will be great fits. Great quarterbacks there. Andy Reid will be able to definitely use DeAndre Hopkins. The Bills, in their case, Stephon Diggs and DeAndre Hopkins. Yes, sign me up for that with Josh Allen's big ass arm. I would love that. But he's leaning towards the Tennessee Titans. He just had a meeting today with them. It went well and went successful. I think what was the report that came out. I think that's bullshit, man. Why would you sign with the Tennessee Titans? I don't see why. They don't have all that much cap space, I believe. And I don't see them winning. I think the Jags are ready to take over that division. And I still like the Colts more than the Tennessee Titans going into the season. As crazy as that sounds, I know the Colts had a miserable season last year, but I don't trust the Titans right now, man. I don't like Ryan Tannehill. He's on the decline. They've sound like they have given up on Malik Willis, and they drafted Will Levis, who I'm not a big fan of, and I don't think it's gonna pan out. Derrick Henry's old. Yes, they have Mike Vrabel still, but I don't like the fit. Like, why would you go there? You're 31 years old, bro. You should be ring chasing at this point. Like, you have the accolades as far as statistic goes. You know, touchdown leader and a bunch of fucking catches. And, dude, we've seen you with bad quarterbacks. We know you can still put up numbers. You need a win. Go to a team that you can win. Don't go to the Tennessee Titans. So, if DeAndre Hopkins is watching this, bro, don't do it. He's probably not watching this, but I have a couple of teams in mind that he should consider. And maybe if he doesn't want to go to contenders like that necessarily, like maybe he wants to be a little bit more involved, be a vocal point. So here we go. Minnesota Vikings. I know I said vocal point, but my goodness. Him playing with Justin Jefferson, Kirk Cousins. They just lost Dalvin Cook, so they need a playmaker. Go to Minnesota, bro. I think Minnesota's division is wide open. You know, everyone is crowning Detroit, but it's the Vikings that have been winning. They have been the more consistent team. Aaron Rodgers is gone. Chicago had the fucking number 1 pick last year. So go to that division, bro. Go tear it up. Go play with Justin Jefferson. I would go sign over there. And if I was the Vikings, I would definitely try to go sign him. Second team. A little bit under the radar. Quarterback situation a little bit more hectic. But very interesting team. Carolina Panthers. Just lost a guy in DJ Moore. They signed Adam Thielen. And I would love for DeAndre Hopkins to go there. I know the quarterback situation's a little shaky, but they have an awesome defense, man. And they have some awesome just parts in general. They got a guy in Icky. I'm forgetting his last name right now. Akwanwu, one of the linemen that they drafted a couple seasons ago. They have Derek Brown. They have J.C. Horn. Bunch of guys, bro. I would love for him to go to Carolina. I think Carolina is dripping with talent right now. It's just the quarterback that's shaky, but that's a team, again, in a bad division. Every everyone was going for the Bucks last year because of Brady. Brady's gone. Like, the Saints have Carr. Yes, they're looking good, but that's a let's see. That's a let's see situation. Tampa Bay is gonna suck, and I like the chances with the Carolina Panthers. So I think signing DeAndre Hopkins will be great for them. Next team on the list, Cleveland Browns. You got the Deshaun Watson situation, familiarity, Amari Cooper over there. I think it'll be great for him. It'll probably suck living in Cleveland, but then again, it'll suck living in Minnesota like my first team. But I think they have a legit chance of winning. They have some talent. I think it will be more beneficial for the Browns to really do this because they've already went all in, obviously, for Deshaun Watson. So if I were them, I would do everything in my power to make him succeed and have tools around him. And don't be like, oh, well, he doesn't have enough. Like, no. Let's get him DeAndre Hopkins. Let's get him a guy that he's familiar with, he's had success with, comfortable with. Let's go ahead and hit the ground running. Plus, we got Amari Cooper, who's not bad himself. So I would love for DeAndre to go over there. Cleveland Browns. Like, you're old, bro. Don't go to the Tennessee Titans. Hopkins. Don't do it. My goodness, man. Hopefully he signs with a contender, man. But I think that's going to do it for the Max and Juancast. We appreciate you guys watching. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Helps out a lot, man. You guys have been killing it lately. Absolutely killing it. Over 100 views on the last two podcasts that we brought out to you guys. So big shout out to you guys. I'm super grateful for it, man. We're going to keep on rocking. Hopefully the next time that we do a podcast, Max will be here. But until then, we out. Peace.